Yo, Falcons fans! Stop everything. Your heart's about to race because the Atlanta Falcons are at a crossroads that could make or break 2025, and I'm peeling back the curtain on it all. Free agency's dust is settled, the NFL draft's in the books, and rookie minicamps kicking off Friday. But here's the kicker, our roster's got gaps you could drive a truck through, and the clock's ticking to fix them. Oh, and stick around, there's a bombshell from a Falcons icon that just dropped, tying this all together in a way that'll hit you right in the feels. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's dive into this roller coaster, because Atlanta's future is on the line, and you won't believe who's shaping it. But first, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, don't wait. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Only 1% of viewers actually subscribe. Let's change that. A small action that makes a huge difference. The Atlanta Falcons have wrapped up the first waves of free agency in the 2025 NFL Draft, and let me tell you, there are some serious questions looming over this team. As a passionate fan, I can feel the weight of these decisions. For the first time in a decade, Grady Jarrett isn't anchoring that defensive line, and it leaves me with a mix of anxiety and curiosity about what's next. The Falcons released Jarrett in a cap-saving move, and just hours later, he signed a 3-year deal with the Chicago Bears. Can you believe it? It's a new era, folks! Now, the interior defensive line is a big question mark. Atlanta is banking heavily on second-round pick Rook Orhorhoro and fourth-rounder Brandon Dorlus to step up in their second season. Head coach Raheem Morris is optimistic, claiming players often see the most growth from year 1 to year 2. But will that be enough? Orhorhoro flashed some potential last season, but injuries held him back. Dorlus barely saw the field, only 2 games? That's a tough spot to be in. We've got veteran David Onyemata, who started all 16 games last year, but he's entering free agency after 2025. Will there be enough interior pass rush? What happens if these young guys don't pan out? I'm genuinely concerned. Moving on to cornerback. The Falcons have a lot of bodies in that room, but identifying the right talent is crucial. A.J. Terrell is the clear number 1, and Mike Hughes is back with a new 3-year deal after starting all 15 games last season. But here's the kicker, Hughes can play nickel, too. The question is, who's going to step up in the nickel spot? It's a whole different ballgame. Atlanta has a ton of options, but each comes with its own set of drawbacks. We've got rookies like Billy Bowman Jr. and returning guys like Clark Phillips III and D. Alford all vying for that nickel role. Every candidate has their strengths and weaknesses. How will this shake out during OTAs and training camp? Honestly, I'm torn. Do you think this was the best decision? And then there's the offensive tackle situation. Jake Matthews and Caleb McGarry are locked in as the starters for this season, and Storm Norton is a solid swing tackle. But let's be real, what's the plan for the future? McGarry is a free agent after 2025, and Matthews is 33, even though his contract runs through 2028. The Falcons did pick up Jack Nelson in the 7th round of the draft, but can he be the answer? It's a long-term concern, and I want to see Michael Penix Jr. protected. The last thing we need is to mess around with the blind side. As a fan, I'm left with mixed feelings about these moves. The Falcons are clearly trying to build for the future, but at what cost? Will these young guys in the interior defensive line and cornerback spots be ready to step up? Can we trust that our tackle situation won't become a glaring weakness? It's an emotional roller coaster, and I know I'm not alone in feeling this way. The stakes, Atlanta's turning point. Zoom out, Falcons Nation, this is bigger than roster tweaks. With Penix as QB1, 2025's a prove-it year. Free agency and the draft gave us pieces, Orhorhoro, Bowman, Nelson, but holes remain. The D-line's young and unproven, a bust here, and we're gashed on the ground. The nickel battle's a coin flip, lose it, and tight ends feast. The tackle future's foggy, ignore it, and Penix pays the price. But nail these fixes, say, Orhorhoro channels Jarrett, Bowman locks down the slot, Nelson grows, and we're not just playoff hopefuls, we're NFC South threats, carrying Julio's torch. Your call, who shapes the future? So, what's it gonna be, fans? Can Orhorhoro and Dorlus fill Jarrett's void, or do we need a vet? Who wins the nickel war? Bowman, Phillips, Alford? Is Nelson the tackle answer, or are we screwed post-McGarry? And how do we honor Julio's legacy? Grit, flash, or both? Drop your takes in the comments. I'm begging for your hot takes. Julio gave us a decade of magic. Now it's our turn to build on it. Smash that like, share with your crew, and let's debate 2025's make or break, and Atlanta's ready to soar. Go Falcons!